Hey everyone, and welcome to EXPoints. As I said before, my name is Jackie, otherwise known as Ghostus. Um, so today we're going to talk about a very, very special game to me and to many other people, a game named Minecraft. The track you're currently listening to is a song from one of the more recent releases of music from Minecraft. This one is known as Stand Tall. This is from the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update. This song is done by a composer that as of late has become really popular in the gaming community. Her name's Lena Rain. And you know, I'm looking at I wanted to talk about like her music for a sec because wow, she's an amazing composer. But I always feel bad when I talk about particular musicians or just artists in general, and I don't really know too much about like art that they've done and music and whatever. Like all the like, I feel like bad not knowing everything about them, which I mean is kind of weird. I shouldn't really know everything about them because they're a person, you know. I feel like not weird bad not knowing everything about their work because I feel like I haven't put in the necessary information I should have put in to do the justice that I should be doing, you know, to talk about their work. And that is the thing with Lena Rain is I actually didn't really know about her music for a long time. I was made aware of her music through Celeste, but I've never played Celeste. I had a friend that really suggested Celeste, but I never got into it. It's a game I'd like to play at some point, but also a very, very difficult game at the same time that I find difficult to get into. Not that I've tried it; it's more like a people talk about how hard it is, and it makes me scared to try it. um, so yeah, like I'd like to play it at some point. It seems like a really cool game. The soundtrack's absolutely lauded, but yeah, I just in general, I want to give like people like Lena Rain especially like just artists in general. I don't want to sell them short or give them or claim that they've done certain things that they haven't even done before. Like certain like credits that I think they've done when you know, if I looked a little bit harder, it turns out they wouldn't have done. You know, I want to give them the research that they're due. But yeah, I'm actually looking at her website right now, and it does have a list of things that she's done, which is probably the most comprehensive way of telling how somebody's done what they've done is, you know, them telling you. But yeah, the ones that I know her particularly for are, I know this is an episode about Minecraft, but I'm sorry, I just needed to talk about this. She did music for Deltarune. She's done a little bit of music for Deltarune. And you know, Toby Fox initially is the original composer for Deltarune, but even back in Minecraft, he had a little bit of assistance in creating some of the soundtrack. Mostly visuals he had help with, but also soundtrack I learned recently. Honestly, before I thought he did the entirety of the soundtrack on himself, but honestly, I mean, something to talk about later, but you know, no single art project is ever really technically one person, you know. Everybody else always needs help for something. But I know her for Deltarune. I know her for Celeste, and Minecraft recently has become pretty big with her name on it. But yeah, she's done, I guess, some stuff for Steven Universe, which is really interesting to me. I know apparently she did music for Wonder Song compilation. Oh, that might be like fan stuff, but that's still really cool. Um, the original album for Singularity. I don't know this game, but it looks really neat. It looks kind of like a, what is this? Wait, is this like original album? Oh, original album, Singularity. Oh, okay. I'll have to check. Oh my God, I'm like discovering stuff like as I'm like on the show. Um, she did some stuff for Chicory as well, which seems pretty cool. But yeah, um, if it wasn't already evident enough, this week has been a little crazy. When I was running out of the house, I realized that as soon as I got here, I left my notes at home, which is really, really cool. And also, I was a little scared that I would have problems with music because the what Apple calls the dongle, the adapter for new iPhones to 3.5 millimeter headphone jacks. Mine hasn't been working. It's been acting weird. I thought it was just a pair of headphones, but I think it's the adapter instead. So I think the one that we have here works fine. So hopefully that doesn't give me a lot of trouble. We'll see though. But yeah. Besides that, I think I just Minecraft. Um, so yeah, my history of Minecraft. Apart from all the things that I just talked about a second ago. Minecraft was really, really big for me, especially like I wrote in my childhood, and it's funny to say childhood because it was in high school, but it's part of my childhood, and it really, so yeah, excuse me. Oh, in high school, I played Minecraft for the first time when it came out on Xbox 360. Basically around the time that it came out on Xbox 360. It was released, and I don't remember how I heard about it. Probably word of mouth, word of ear, whatever. But I ended up buying it on the Xbox Live Marketplace for my birthday. And the night that I got it, I like played it. It was like pretty late at night. Most of my friends were asleep, but we having like a sleepover thing. And yeah, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, was it high school? It had to have been. I'm pretty sure it would have been. Yeah, it had to have been high school. Anyways, so like I was playing that late at night, and most of my friends were asleep. But one of my friends was kind of like hanging out there for a while. My friend named Rafa, good guy, great guy. Um, though I'll talk about a little bit later some things that related to Minecraft, not actual horrible things, obviously, but he there is such a thing in Minecraft that a lot of people who've played Minecraft are familiar with, and that thing is called griefing, which is very popular to do to people, which connects to other parts of my childhood in interesting ways that I'll definitely talk about later. Funny things, obviously. Not very serious things, but anyways, that night I played it. I was sitting there with my friend Rafa. I had just downloaded it, and I just dropped into like the tutorial world. And at some point, my friend Rafa decided to go to sleep. But I think I like was playing that game for a few hours after that, just by myself, like in the den of my childhood home, just like completely in darkness, but like just enveloped by like the light of the TV, kind of just like checking out like what to do in Minecraft. I didn't know a lot about it. Like pretty much all I knew was from like a few videos I had watched from like YouTubers online, because a big thing about Minecraft was always the YouTubers that played it. It was a huge like it had a huge online community. And if there were periods of time in my life where I wasn't playing Minecraft, I was watching people playing it on YouTube. One of the particular things was I used to watch Markiplier. Back when I watched a lot of Markiplier, he used to play Minecraft with two, sometimes three, I think, of his friends. They called it Drunk Minecraft. Pretty funny series. He no longer does it anymore for good reasons, but yeah, I just remember that really well from when I was a kid. Good memories and stuff. But yeah, I just remember playing this game like the night of my birthday, and it was such a weird and like ethereal experience playing this game, like by myself and like kind of like figuring it out. The only time I'd ever really like interacted with it at all before that, I think, was like I think sometime in middle school. I tried to get it on my computer. I don't remember exactly like how I ended up like trying to get it, but I like paid for it and downloaded it, and I think it was around the time. Um, no, but that couldn't have been middle school because my first laptop was early high school. So it was probably around the time of like early high school before it came on Xbox 360. That I wow, I'm sorry, I'm getting completely mixed up. I have really terrible memory, um, which doesn't help when I don't have notes documenting exactly when these things happened or when I remembered them happening. So I remember, I think me and my parents we were going somewhere. We were in some kind of hotel, and I was in a hotel by myself, and they were off like I think probably gambling or something. I think it was like a hotel casino. And I asked my mom if I could like get the money to download like Minecraft and like check it out. And I did all this stuff, and I made my account. But the weird thing about stuff then was I can't remember exactly how it worked because memory. But Minecraft used to be owned by Mahjong, and I think you would make a Mahjong account to download Minecraft. Hey Ven, I can see you right there. What's up, buddy? um, my friend Ven's in the little window of the door. Anyways, so I think you would make a Mahjong account to download it, but I think I essentially made an account, like a Mahjong account, like around the time that I think like a Minecraft was being handed over, like financially to Microsoft. Um, so like there was like complications in like figuring out like I bought a copy of it. I know I did. Um, but there was like complications in like figuring out like having a Mahjong account but trying to like download like Minecraft through Xbox Live. I don't know. It was really complicated, but like I never figured it out. And then like later down the line, like my friends wanted to play like the computer. I think Java edition is the version that people talk about, but the main computer version besides Bedrock, um, which I think Bedrock is the version that lines up with the console versions. But I was trying to figure it out, and like I just couldn't. Like I couldn't find like the email that like would help me re-download it and stuff, and it was just complicated. I never figured out how to like play it online. I think it was just like really complicated. I think I could have really ever like play like the trial version, which really was unfortunate. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit of more music, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about Mince Raft, as my friends like to call it. And yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna play some of the older. Let's see. What do we got? Right now I'll play some of the older music, which is the music I remember the best. Music by C418. The first song coming up is a song called Key. So stay tuned, listen in. Hope you like it. Goodbye. We are listening to Living Mice by C418, one of the ever so popular tracks from the original soundtrack to Mince Raft. Anyways, if you remember back in the day playing Minecraft, I know I do. Back in the day, when I used to leave the Minecraft music on and not play anything else, as I unfortunately do these days. But honestly, I kind of long for just listening to the music of Minecraft and kind of the nice isolation of just playing alone. And well, what I would do back in the day was one of the main things I liked to do was build a castle. Often I did alone back in the day. And actually, I played a lot of Minecraft alone back in the day. I had a few friends that like played on Xbox 360, but one of my main friends, my good friend Rafa, when we played Minecraft, I would always build castles and stuff, right? And one of the times that I did build this really, really amazing castle, he he really, really liked. I would invite him, and every time I would expect something different, but every single time he would just grief. And what you would do in Minecraft to grief, which grief is just like the act of destroying something that somebody's made. Um, Very funny. Uh, what he would do essentially is just is it would be in like creative mode. But I think I just didn't have like TNT like turned off or something. Like TNT could actually still work, and he would just place TNT and just like blow it up, or he would just set fire wherever he could and let the fire spread and destroy things. Because he was a jerk, which is really funny because it kind of reminds me of there. It's funny. It's so funny to me that that's like such a dichotomy. Is like essentially and I feel like it's such a like kid thing to see like there's the kid that like creates things and there's the kid that destroys things. And you could really see that dichotomy in me and my cousin Drake. He I just remember when I was young, I don't know if it was Legos or Bionicles or something, but I remember like making things from Legos or whatever. And I just remember that being a very consistent thing is that he like destroy those things. But it's just so funny that that's like a thing that exists. And you know, I've always been a really, really creative and emotionally delicate kid. So every time it was always like, oh man. I remember in high school there was this kid that I knew that was in a lot of my classes growing up, and I remember I was really into like I was getting into classical rock and I really liked Stairway to Heaven, and then like I was like, oh, Highway to Hell, it's like the opposite, the song, you know, by AC/DC. And yeah, so I drew like a picture of like the Stairway to Heaven and the Highway to Hell, and I thought it was so cool. And there was that kid that I knew, and I was like, oh, I think he likes old music like me. Maybe he'll appreciate it. And I remember showing it to him, and him being like, oh, that's neat, and then like tearing it to pieces or like crumpling into a ball or something. And I was like, bro, um, yeah, that sucked. That happened a lot. Never really got bullied, but I definitely people did pick on me in different ways because I was really easy to pick on. Uh, it's kind of a wimp of sorts. Lots of emotional meanness. Kids are jerks. Anyways, yeah, as far as like Minecraft went, a very consistent thing that seemed to happen was I like to build castles. Castles are like my favorite thing to build. And that might have just stemmed from like I always really liked the fantastical. I really liked, which is funny. I feel like I didn't really like. I honestly I don't think I really liked fantasy at all when I was a kid. I didn't really like grow up watching Lord of the Rings. I probably maybe watched them once, but I didn't remember them. It wasn't until like after high school that I watched Lord of the Rings, and got into D&D and stuff, and that like opened my eyes to fantasy. I was really more of a science fiction kid. But like my immediate reaction in Minecraft was like I don't know why it was to build a castle. And the few times that I've like played just randomly like on Minecraft by myself, like I would build a castle, and the first one I built was not great. I think I made this one in survival, or at least like the maybe it was like survival, but like, or maybe it was like it might have been creative, but I just didn't know you could fly or something, or you couldn't fly in the early Xbox 360 version. I can't really remember, but like I think it was there were some limitations because like I was building with cobblestone. I wasn't even building with regular stone. Maybe it was survival because I think at that time I didn't even know you could put cobblestone in a stove and it would give you stone that like looks better. But I built it entire out of the cobblestone. I tried to use some like redstone, and I'm pretty sure, and that ended up not working great because redstone is very difficult. I still don't quite understand it to this day. But yeah, that castle was terrible. But then I remember the second castle I built, which was the castle that I built when my friend Rafa started playing with me, the one that he griefed. But I built it in like the side of like a mountain, and like a mountain, but like a mountain range, I think. And like it was like part of the like parts of it, and I would like level parts of the mountain to like build over and stuff. It was really cool. And like the things like this castle I can remember like perfectly. So like it had like a very like small central square that in the very middle had a fountain that kind of like had like pillars, sideways pillars that came up around it, like kind of like staircases. Um, and then water would cascade down them and come into like they would like loop into like a circle, and like essentially like in the middle it would drain down the middle, and that was essentially like a fountain where you could like throw away like things you didn't need, and then they would drip down into like some like thing that like it was like streamed, and then I think I had like a trap door that would like stop the water, but it wouldn't like it would like stop the water, and then like I think that would allow it to like fall down out of the water and like fall into like a lava pit, and it would burn the stuff. So that was like my trash can. And then like if you're looking at like that part to the like right of it, there's really no point of reference. Looking to the right of it, there was like a small like armory. And then like if you were looking from that same direction, if you looked a little bit to the left, there was like a tower, and that had like more like archery armory. And then to the left of that was like this cool, really beautiful area where like um, you would walk through kind of like a tunnel. And then when you came out the other side, right where you came out the other side, there was essentially like a biome of like snow and stuff. And I had like a small stone path that like was like surrounded by like water features, like waterfalls like coming down each side and like coming off the side of like that path. And it was just like a lookout spot, and it was always like really beautiful because there was like a river like below, and like it was always usually like frozen, and then like you could see like the snow for a while. And like when it like snowed, it was just like the most like beautiful and like serene thing. And like one of my favorite things about like the snowy biomes of like Minecraft is it's so like silent. There's not a lot of things like running around usually. um it's just really pretty. That's like one things I really, really, really remember from like that castle, like loving a lot. But then yeah, also I had like a few other things. Like there was like I was like I think it was like I was trying to make like a Stairway to Heaven of sorts because I still really like the song Stairway to Heaven, and like it would like breach into clouds, and I never finished that, but I wanted to make like maybe like a whole place of like cotton that looked like clouds and stuff. Um, and then I had like a laboratory that was like all like checkered pattern floor. It had all like lab equipment and like the like vial, not vial, but like glasses and stuff, and all the stuff you would do to like do like the magical the elixir or the potions. But I don't think I ever worked around with like potions and enchantments all that much. But like I had like another portal there, and it's part of like the interesting thing about Minecraft, I think, is that like playing Minecraft by yourself, you don't really like you can't really figure out a lot of stuff by yourself unless you like kind of like look on the internet. But that is like the thing is it's like I feel like Minecraft is such an important multiplayer game because that's how you figure out all the like cool things about like Minecraft that you can do. And yeah, Minecraft as it is a really, really, really important like multiplayer game. And I think because of that, I would like to take a small break to listen to some new music from the game. And then when we come back, I'll talk a little bit more about like what I've been doing in Minecraft lately and why I like it as a multiplayer game. So, anyways, stay tuned. We're gonna listen to some more music by Lena Rain and a song maybe perhaps by Kumi Tanioka. Okay. Anyways, stay tuned. I wanted to play this really quick because I totally forgot about it, but it's one of the songs. So in Minecraft, you can there's like music discs that you can find throughout the world, and like you can play on like jukeboxes and stuff. And this is my favorite song that I like to like play on the jukebox. It was called Melohi, a song by C418. But you'll probably know if you've listened to the show enough. But I like creepy stuff. It's one of my favorite things. I consider myself goth. I just like the fantastical and the creepy. And this song, I always played this song, and like I remember like showing it to my friend like Rafa like back in the day, and like playing it on the jukebox. And it's funny because like every single time I would play it, he would like immediately like click on the jukebox and like eject it because he was like, "That's creepy. Don't play that." It's really funny. That along with but it was like this song, and then there was like another one. There's a really infamous one that I'm not gonna play because it's like not really music at all. But this song was really pretty that I really like a lot. This one's like also creepy. It starts with like the almost like, I forget what that's called, but some like classical like death march. I think it's the funeral march maybe. But this song's really like kind of groovy and neat. It's got a cool beat to it, and it develops a lot. It's really interesting, but neat song. I'll let this play for a second, then I'm gonna play some more new music, and then I'll talk a little bit more. See you in a sec. I don't know how much longer we have, which was a phrase that popped into my head that I thought was kind of funny, because with this music, I was thinking like, oh, I was going to say that, and then I was like, wait, that doesn't really make too much sense, because I can look at the clock and tell how much time I have. But with this music, it just sounds so like extra and theatrical, and I'm kind of extra and theatrical. Anyways, so yeah, the last thing I think I wanted to talk about for a sec was while playing some of the new music is yeah, the reason I really picked mine, I was gonna say Minecraft, and I opted to say Minecraft instead, but it just got mixed up in my head. The reason I wanted to talk about Minecraft was actually because I've been playing it a lot recently. And they've really done something that I've liked about the game is they've added a lot of stuff. In particular, the part I really liked about it the most was the Caves and Cliffs update. And wow, is the Caves and Cliffs update like I think the best thing that's ever happened to Minecraft. I think the problem I've always had with like playing Minecraft was a few things. Two of them was playing by myself always, usually. But the big thing also was I just kind of like stopped playing and kind of fell off because at a certain point I feel like when I started like to get into the more mining underground phase of Minecraft, I kind of got bored. I didn't really like the whole idea of like strip mining and stuff. It just seemed really boring to me. But I think for me, like the Caves and Cliffs updates kind of fixed that. Like now it's like really interesting to kind of like explore caves and figure out all they have to like offer and whatnot. Um, and like finding ore like in the caves, and I've also been discovering like underwater caverns, which is like really interesting and like it's really cool. It's kind of really brought me back into the game. I started playing a world in creative with a few friends, but we restarted and started playing in survival, which has been really fun. And is part of like why I think I fell in love with Minecraft all over again. Is just like playing Minecraft with friends is probably the best thing you can do to yourself. Um, in I guess like modern times and stuff where things are kind of like really stressful and difficult and stuff. I don't know, just being able to like kind of just escape it all and just play Minecraft and hang out with friends has been like really like a treat. We've been making like this like town, and we built into like some honking going on outside. Anyways, we built like this like town with like a whole like thoroughfare, and it's got like a bunch of like farming in the middle, and like we all have our houses built into like mountains and stuff, and it's like really cool. And I've really enjoyed like playing the game again. We all have like our different roles, and we almost like kind of like role play this idea of like who we are in this world and survival and trying to figure things out. It's just it's really fun. Um, and I've had like a really good time getting back into it. Um, Anyways, yeah. If you haven't tried Minecraft before, I'd highly suggest it. There's multiple ways to play it. Um, I wish I could tell you exactly the ways. I know there's the Bedrock and the Java version. Those are the basic main ones. I think the Java version is the one that gets most of the updates all the time. I don't know. I think Bedrock might have caught up with Java. But Bedrock used to be the way you could play cross-platform with like computers and consoles and all that. But I think now that we have this generation's consoles, I think things have basically caught up. In terms of processing power. But yeah, if you haven't played Minecraft before, check it out. Like, Minecraft is like an amazing experience and an amazing game to play with friends and enjoy with friends. And I don't know. I'm gonna be playing it into the next few weeks, probably with friends. And I don't know. Maybe next week I'll talk more about Minecraft because maybe I'll have more things to talk about next week from things that I've been doing this week. So we'll see. There's definitely a lot of stories I'd like to tell about like things I've been doing in Minecraft lately. So I'll leave you with that. Anyways, this has been Experience Points. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jackie, otherwise known as Ghostus. And I'll leave you with one more song, and then we're off for the day. I'll see you next week. And next you'll be listening to Forgive My Memory. I shouldn't even have brought it up. My memory is so terrible. I'm sorry. Anyways, enjoy the next program because it will be great because it is KSFS and you are listening to KSFS. Embrace the chaos. Have a good day, y'all. Goodbye. Small Talk is the next show. Have a good day.
living by myself, paranoid as hell. There's nothing I can do. Yesterday's tomorrow. My dreams were never true.